What are auditory illusions? In short, these are false perceptions of sounds, the equivalent to optical illusions, but for the ears instead of the eyes. They may sound simple, but these illusions come in a wide array of forms. One example are phantom melodies, in which you hear a melody that is not actually playing. Another example is the McGurk effect, in which there is dissonance between the manner of articulation of a person you see speaking on a screen and what you actually hear. A third example is frequency shifting, in which you perceive a sound as being higher or lower in pitch than it actually is. There are a number of specific famous examples of auditory illusions, and one in particular is known as the Laurel and Yanny illusion. Stemming from an audio clip that went viral back in 2018, this illusion is one of the best in illustrating the complexity of human auditory perception. To test our own experience of the illusion, we played the clip under 6 conditions. First, we played it with no background stimuli. Second, we played it while viewing a screen with the word Laurel written on it. Third, we played it while viewing a screen with the word Yanny written on it. And then we repeated each of these conditions, but for each one we made a conscious effort to either hear the word Laurel or Yanny specifically. As it turned out, all 4 of us experienced different results. One of us could only ever hear the word Laurel. One of us could only ever hear the word Yanny. One of us could only ever hear what was on the background stimuli, and with no background stimuli, they could not control which one they heard. And one of us could flip between the 2 at will. As for why these differences occur, there are 4 main reasons that have been found. First, the frequency of the device in which you are listening on. Higher frequencies will correspond to a higher likelihood of hearing the word Yanny, while lower frequencies will correspond to a higher likelihood of hearing the word Laurel. Then there's the amount of bass projected from the sound device you're listening on. Lower basses will correspond to a higher likelihood of hearing the word Yanny, while higher basses will correspond to a higher likelihood of hearing the word Laurel. Then there are visual cues, which we could see with the person that could only hear what was written on the background stimuli. Then there are expectations, and to test this, we had a stranger come and listen to the audio clip after we told him that it was going to be the word Laurel being spoken. And sure enough, he heard the word Laurel. And then finally, there are surrounding conversations. If you hear a surrounding conversation that has to do with the word Laurel, it makes it more likely that you'll hear that as opposed to the word Yanny.